Oh wait, my mic is all the way.
I heard you though.
My mic was down here, guys, the whole time. Anyways, cut short. What's good?
Boom.
What's up?
That's definitely a dumb shit intro, I will say. That is a dumb shit intro.
Literally. But welcome to Dumb Shit, or welcome back with your host,
Gabrielle.
and Melissa Rincon Reyes.
Ooh, Gabrielle Billings.
Oh, relax. Monet. Not her whole government.
I hate my...
I don't know why. That's not even a bad middle name. Like, other people have some
I don't know.
bad middle names.
It could be like an anti-black thing. I'll work through it. It's fine.
I know somebody who, I'm going to say their middle name, but I won't tell you whose middle name it is. If you probably know who it is. Their middle name is Miriam. Like, that's an interesting middle name. When they listen to this, they're going to be so mad. Or not mad. They're going to think it's funny. But anyways.
Like, bitch.
Anyways.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Dumb Shit. And this week, we are talking about...
I don't have disgusting green nails anymore.
I'm Nubs. This is so weird.
Oh, wait, I saw you tweet. You said you ready to... Oh, yeah, see, that's why y'all need to get on the YouTube, because you don't even know what I just did. It was extremely inappropriate.
No, yeah. And get on our Twitters, too. Our Twitters are linked in our dumb shit stuff, so make sure you do that. But this week, before we do that, how was your week?
My week from last time? Just kidding.
Yes.
I got, oh my god, I went into an MRI machine today, and I was terrified because, like, you know, I don't like being, like, restricted or feeling like I can't move. And, you know, an MRI is a machine that you see in Grey's Anatomy, if you watch Grey's Anatomy. And it's, like, the little, like, you go into that little thingy, like, your whole body goes into a thing that's, like, a little ring.
Yeah.
That's a tiny little ring. And the whole time I was panicking this whole time for the appointment, but I'm not gonna lie, I handled it really well. I was in there for, like, 30 fucking minutes. At the end, I was starting to get a little, like,
yeah.
But I said that, you know, I took a little mini nap. You know, it wasn't as well, maybe because, like, my head was still kind of out because I was only doing my lower body. But, like, I don't know. Maybe it would be different if my whole body was in. I think I'd have a panic attack.
Yeah, I think my mom did one, and, like, they gave her, like, not a Xanax, but, like, something to calm her down. But they do it, like, a good amount of people, because it really is, like, kind of scary.
No, my dad has panic attacks every time. Sorry, I just shouted him. I just exposed them, but I mean, shit, that shit's scary. Anyways, how was your week?
It is scary. But yeah, anything else?
Oh no, I'm good. How was your week?
Cool. Nothing really. I'm
oh wait, it was my birthday. No.
Oh,
I'm 22 now, guys.
How fun.
Anyways, go ahead, Gabby.
A 22 and a 23-year-old talking about dumb shit. Yeah, I finished school. How exciting, how fun, how fresh. Literally, I don't want to be sober this whole summer.
Don't.
That was the hardest. Like, grad school is a bitch, but I finished. We're done.
Congrats.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
But
thank you.
I feel like that's a good, entrance into your week.
Yeah, it is. Like, now this upcoming week, I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm, like, free. Shit like that. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited.
I'm excited. Anyways, what's this episode? What are we talking about, Gabrielle?
So this week, we are talking about, you know, a controversial topic, maybe for some of the girls.
For some of the girlies.
Yeah, you know, for some of the girls, it may be controversial, but we are going to talk about gossip. Shit talking. Is it shit talking? Is it not shit? Like, just gossip in general. And then we're also going to go into some gossip that we've been hearing in the streets, you know.
You know, what
shit like that.
We keep our ear to the streets.
You hear that?
Period.
I did. Oh my god, it's so ugly. But yeah, so Melissa, what would you say is gossip?
Shit talking. Just kidding. I feel like gossip is just like, talking about other people's business, really, because it's never yours. You know? So gossiping is when you talk about other people's business or other people.
Yeah. How do you feel about gossiping?
We all do it. So I feel like if we act like we don't, you're a liar. Gossiping is fun. Shit talking is hilarious. And I do it all the time. How about you?
Like, if you don't, you're a liar, because I do it all the time.
No, but my thing is, I catch everybody shit talks all the time. People just don't like to, people like to act like they're above it all. You're not. I think it's just human nature. We just shit talk. Why do you think
honestly, what is there to talk about? I mean, but what is there, like, what are you actually talking about if you're not? Like, not saying you can't have, like, conversations outside of it, but,
I mean,
like...
you can have healthy conversations, but...
Like, yeah, but, like, sometimes it's, like... What else is there? But, yeah, I will say, I think gossiping, yeah, it's, like, shit-talking. It's something to pass... Honestly, like, people... If your life is, like, interesting enough for me to shit-talk, then, like, congrats.
Congrats. Not everybody's shit-talkable, like... Some people are boring to shit-talk. It's like,
yeah.
You're nice.
And probably, like, the happy people that are, like, just fine in life. I'm like, oh, anyway... but yeah, I feel like everyone like shit talks to some degree, and it doesn't always have to be malicious either. It can literally just be you sitting with your friend talking about someone else's situation,
or even shit talking to your friend, like shit talking.
No, yeah. And so like it doesn't always have to be like malicious and like cruel or some shit. I think people think of like gossiping as like, oh my god, like you're like who gossips? I'm like, we all do.
Like I don't like when people act like they don't talk shit or gossip or like literally. There's a reason why celebrities are famous because people like talking about them. People love being in other people's business. It's just it's sad reality and the truth. But anyways, what do you define as gossiping, Gabrielle?
The same thing, really. Just like talking about other people. Sometimes it can definitely be shady, or it can literally just be talking about them. It can be malicious, whatever. It can be shady. But yeah, it's a lot of just like It's like I when I think of like gossip, I think of like the word sneaky in a way, just because you're like gossip, like around.
You're like
it doesn't always have
whisper.
to.
Like you be whispering.
Yeah, I think of like whispering, like sneakiness.
Mama, let me whisper. Can you guys hear that?
That song was shit talking. Yeah, I could.
Oh,
I could. But yeah, for me, and this like sounds super like not Tumblr but like TikTok. Like I don't like to be like perceived. Like I genuinely like don't want to be anyone's like topic of conversation.
Gabrielle, I never want to hear you say that again.
No, yeah. But the thing is, I knew I had to say it because that's
what I meant. Yeah, that's the only way to describe it.
But, like, no, yeah, that was the only way I could describe it. But, like, and it could be like an insecurity thing. Absolutely, I think when it comes to like friends, I've had like just. Honestly, there's friend trauma, and friend trauma is real, and, like, I've just had situations where, like, that shit is, like, traumatizing, so, like, I don't even, I'm like, I don't exist, but,
yeah,
sometimes it's, like, I don't care.
I feel like with being, like, you know how you said, like, being perceived, I feel like, so when I think about it, I feel like people can't really perceive me, because it's, like, y'all don't know me, so it's, like, what are you perceiving, like, what are you seeing? Nothing. You don't know what you're seeing, so it's, like, whatever shit talking y'all talk about me, go ahead. I want to hear it. I kind of want to hear people talk shit about me about. Do you? I don't know. Am I weird?
Yeah, I'm interested like what it's about. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. I'm annoying. I get like super depressed, whatever. Like, I don't know. I think I've just assumed that like, but then also, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't affect me because I don't hear it. As long as like when I'm with you, I don't know.
It's all love.
We have fun. It's all love. Like I don't really. Like, I don't know. Like unless someone comes to me like, oh, like she's been in your face smiling, like she was talking behind your back. I'm like, okay, what?
I feel like wait a minute, what? But at this point, it's because
what?
Whoa, wait, she did? No, I'm just kidding. Like you have. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like it's one thing, but we're not okay. That means we're not saying it's okay to talk bad about people. There's one thing to talk bad, and there's one thing to talk shit. I feel like it's so different. Is that just me?
No, yeah, like if someone's like going through a hard time or like if all of your conversations consist of like talking down on someone, making fun of someone, like saying rude things about someone, that's not okay.
No.
And that's also just like a lot of negative energy too. Like it's just very like gross. Like that's not what we're saying.
Yeah, so it's not
we're talking about like the day-to-day little gossip
Or
shit.
I also think like when like shit talking or gossiping gets too far is when you're like, yeah, when you start saying these like to random people when you're harassing them online, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's so
like
weird.
That's weird. You know, maybe honestly one day we're gonna have that, Gabby, because I already know like this podcast, you know, big things. And one day there's gonna be random people that are just gonna want to be mean to us. Like why? Like that's weird. That is so weird.
I'm not even gonna lie, I was literally 5 minutes ago talking about this with Rachel, as you all know, and literally I was like, something that scares me about this podcast blowing up is like I don't know if I'm the person who can like fully handle that. Like, and I'm super honest, like, I don't know if that's something that, like, I can handle because I think I'm already so hard on myself. But then again, like, everything happens for a reason, whatever. But it is really weird, like, actively leaving, like, mean comments. Like, it's so odd to me.
That's so weird. I think that's, like, the weirdest thing. Like, it's one thing to say, I always say this. I'm like, you know, it's one thing to say something and then, like, you know, it's not, like, you're not going to hurt that person's feelings so they don't know. But then it's another thing to be like, I want you to die. Like, people say the most craziest things.
It's so weird.
How did it turn into online bullying conversation? I don't know.
No, literally, hate cyberbullying, like, stop the hate.
You seen the movie Cyberbully?
Yes,
Yo,
so you
that
can.
movie's one of my favorites. Like
The
favorite,
amount
like
of times I tried to recreate that scene of her like opening the pill bottle. And can't open it. She's like, hold on. She's like, I can't get it. And they're
Yo.
like, bitch, what are you doing?
every time I see that, I promise you, I cry. Like that shit is. I don't even know. Emily Osment, you did your thing, sis.
Oh no, but that was very
She
much
understood
Oscars.
her role. You know what I'm saying?
She understood the assignment.
Understood the assignment. I saw her today with Yara Shahidi. Okay.
She didn't.
I love her. Okay, I love following her. This is okay because I saw. Okay, gossip. Side note. Gossip. Side note. I saw this TikTok and it was like, this guy was like, I like try to not talk shit about celebrities because one day, like, when I'm famous, I don't want them to.
I like the tweet.
No, I saw that on TikTok, right? And then in my head,
TikTok, yeah.
In my head, I'm like, this podcast one day is gonna blow up. And we do be talking shit about these people, and we're gonna be facing them. And guess what? I stand on what I said. Anyways,
yeah, that's the thing. That's one thing. Everything I've said, I stand on, and like I don't care. And also, like I literally saw that TikTok, and I sent it to someone. I don't remember who, and I was
maybe
like,
you sent it to me.
I don't know who I sent it. I sent it to somebody. I don't know. And I was like, wait, this is me. Like I don't actively like tweet about celebrities because I'm like,
me too.
Just in case.
Just in case.
But yeah, as far as like personal stuff, yeah, like back to the whole like if you're just like if all you do when you sit with your friends is like talk like mean or like rude or like just say like negative things about someone, that's like all you do, and that's like not healthy. That's not okay.
That's not healthy because then it's almost like, do you talk about your like what are you good? Like
yeah,
like are you okay? Like
yeah, and also it's
like
like
you want to talk about.
Yeah, and also like if you're with me and you constantly are like talking shit about this person and like you just have this like negative, I'm like, what are you saying about me? Like you have that thought as well. It's like it's
Dude,
so
I
weird.
always keep that. Like I like when people like are too easily able to talk shit about their friends and like people that you see them hanging around with all the time. Then when they're in your
It's so
face, you do
interesting.
not one. I'm like, you think to yourself like, what do you say about me? Because do you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you say about me? 'Cause if you're like openly doing this and like you have all your guards down,
that's like your bestie,
and that's your best friend, and I know I'm not your best friend. What are you saying
about me? Yeah,
that's
it's
not
like
your favorite person.
No, yeah, there's like a line between like 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 we're out, we're talking about a couple people like whatever, and like you are like so negative and like or like that's all we talk about is like these other people and like just this shitty stuff. Like, are you okay? Like,
are you good?
But yeah, and so I think with that we kind of want to gossip. So
we talk about how it's wrong, and then we're like, but let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Gossip, well, okay. Before we get into that, is gossip like when you hear the word, do you always assume it's like a lie, or it's gossip is also like about a truth thing?
Whenever I think of gossip, I literally just think about like.
Because gossip,
like I don't, because
don't you like sometimes I think about gossip, I think like, oh, that's like people are just saying stuff, but it's not necessarily.
It's very much like people just talking. Like it's very like gossip is like something that like you don't believe. It's very much like, oh, they're just gossiping.
They're just gossiping, yeah. But some of the stuff that we about to gossip about, it ain't gossip. Anyways, let's go. So let's go. There's facts and wrong and whatever.
No, yeah.
Anyways, let's begin. Let's start. Where are we starting?
So, Melissa, I want you, because I think it's good to start kind of like on stuff we've already talked about a little bit. So what's been going on with this Bachelor Nation? What's happening?
Oh, baby. Everything.
Cast me up to speed. Cast the dummies up to speed.
Y'all, because, I be intertwined. Okay, so background. Ready, go. So I don't know if dummies, if anybody has heard of this person, but his name is Reality Steve. So he's popular because he's Reality Steve. He covers a lot of reality TV shows, like all kinds, literally all over the board. He's known for spoiling them. Like if you like back in the day, like that's what he was known for. Like if you want to know who won The Bachelor or who won like the challenge or just the Survivor, he has all those shows on there. You can go look and he spoiled it. That's what he was known for because he gets a lot of sources where people tell him stuff. But then you see so he is he mainly got his start though off of The Bachelor and Bachelorette. Like that's where he got all of his fan base mainly from, and then he started to branch out. And now he's really big. Like he has a podcast, he has a really popular blog website. Like he's very popular, and he has a lot. What he says holds a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this is a person that everything he says holds a lot of weight.
Yeah, he's like a trusted source.
A trusted source because, you know, he's so popular. So you start to see that in his posts, in his blog posts, he would be very like attacking. It's almost like he would be very ready to jump on like women, like attacking women. And this goes back to two main situations which relates it back to Bachelor Nation. There's this one girl, her name is Jade. I don't remember her last name, but her name is Jade. And she was on the show a while ago, and like maybe like I think the season was like 2016 or something like that, 2017. I mean, not that long ago for you to be talking like this is what I mean.
Yeah.
And so her her storyline on the show was, like she posed one time for Playboy, so she did a nude shoot. Oh wow, crazy, whatever. And you know that you know she did a nude shoot, and people were talking about how during that time when he would cover The Bachelor and stuff, he would literally be calling her all kind of names, like why would anyone want to date this like person, like she's a whore, like she's like or he'll make jokes like, oh, it's not the first time she had a whole bunch of hot white liquid come out of her face, like the most inappropriate most inappropriate things. And then it got so bad that on the show she started talking about her sexual assault story. She was assaulted when she was in high school. And this guy was like, not on his blog, which is still up. Maybe he deleted it now, but last time checked, still up. He literally was like, what was I going to say? He was like, this explains why why she's become this way, because she was raped when she was younger. Like, that explains why she's like this. Literally said this on a thing. So then, like, whatever, that's one really big thing of how he was like shifting. And then at this time, you know, social media, you know, Instagram and stuff wasn't like a thing for real, like that like popping where it is now, where these people have more of like a platform. Like, it was just him and his blog, and that's all people were hearing about these people. So it's almost like, you know, Bachelor Nation was attacking this girl all the time about being a whore, slut shaming her because she posed nude for Playboy one time. And if anything at all,
this was fucking Playboy. Who cares?
She was feeling comfortable with her body and wanted to. She was feeling good about it. Like,
it literally has nothing to do with you.
Really nothing to do with you. And then this other really big thing that happened was this girl named Jenna. I forgot her last name too. She was on. She was on The Bachelor, and then she was on Bachelor in Paradise, and then she got engaged in the show. In Bachelor in Paradise, she got engaged, and they went off in the show. And then this like thing came out where it was like, oh, she was cheating. She had a man this whole time. She had a like saying that she was like lying, and like she was just on there for clout. She had a man, she had a sugar daddy, like all this stuff came out about her, like hella stuff. And Reality Steve was like, I know for a fact that this is all true because I have the proof, I have all this proof. And like he literally was like blasting her for years. So this was 2 years of people, you know, and like she came out like recently and was like, literally, I lost job opportunities, I lost ad deals, I lost money. Like, literally jobs would be like, oh, we love you, but we can't be associated with your like reputation because, you know, she had the way that she was being talked down of. So then 2 years of that, 2 years passed. Like after that, so she came, in these 2 years, she was literally building evidence, proof on why this was all like extremely incorrect, and this, you know, all of it was wrong. And she finally like had her proof, and she came to Reality Steve, and he like believed her or whatever. And then he came out and apologized because he was like, oh, I was wrong, whatever. But then apparently like some of the screenshots of the proof he had were like you know, like, okay, have you ever like faked the text message with people before?
Like, I've never faked it, but I know what they look like.
Yeah. So tell me why, like, the fake text message, he got a fake text message, but instead it made, like, he made the blue part, like the Jenna girl, and then the other part, the other person, but it was supposed to be, like, the other person's phone. But then tell me why. So Reality Steve literally took this evidence that he got and ran with it and ruined this person's life, right? So then this person has all this power, and then he constantly is like really weird and attacking women. And then to top this all off, to make it all worse, recently, like a couple days ago, he was like on Instagram Live and he was apologizing for all these things, or he was like, yeah, it was wrong, whatever. Then another person in Bachelor Nation, her name is Demi Burnett, I think, and she came out and she's posted screenshots. And she's posted screenshots of their conversation where he was like, hey, I have something to tell you. I heard something crazy, but I don't want to tell you. I don't want to text it to you. And she was like, oh, so, you know, he's known for all this stuff. He's known to ruining people's lives. So she's over here like, what did he hear? And he's like, you got to call me.
Yeah.
He calls her, and apparently he told her on the phone that he had a really hot sex dream about her that was like really, like, in detail told her this sex dream that he had with her.
You straight?
Yeah, but still, but like he literally was like wrote these like described these things to her, and she was like really uncomfortable, and she was like, haha, you know, whatever. The conversation ended. He's like, yeah. Then he texted her. He's like, yeah, you know, like that was really crazy. It was so hot, but you know, I wouldn't have told you otherwise. Or like he was being weird about it, and he was like, yeah. And then she was all uncomfortable by this. So he's literally a creep on top of it all.
No, he's a creep.
So I'm just like, this shit is juicy and weird and gross and fucked up, and he needs to lose. I just feel like this person.
He's spoken out about it.
He hasn't. All he has said is like, oh, like I didn't know that I had my power was like had a power dynamic, and I didn't know that I had this.
Oh, whatever. I hate. I'm sorry.
He was gonna get like some like of his girlfriends that he knows and ask them to come out publicly to tell him that there's not a power dynamic problem in their relationships and blah blah blah.
Some of his like ex-girlfriends?
No, some of his like girlfriends, like his girl space friends.
But that's stupid. Why would, of course you don't have a power dynamic in a friendship.
No, but he assumed that he doesn't have a power dynamic in like, in none of these Bachelor Nation relationships he has. And I'm like, bro, you literally have the power to make or break how everybody looks at them. What do you mean you don't have a power over these people?
That's what I'm. It's a contradiction because of course in your close friends they don't care about you on being on your Bachelor stuff. So yeah, there's no power in it. But on people that you're talking about and people that know that like, you influence people's perspective on you, of course you have a power dynamic on them.
And you don't think they're scared of you? You don't think they're like terrified and that's why they don't like want to come out and be like, he made me feel uncomfortable?
Yeah. Like, it's so like, what is that gonna do? These are your BFFs. They're not gonna prove anything.
No, literally.
Oh my God.
And I just feel like this man's sick and like he can't believe like everything he says verbatim cannot be trusted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at this point he's not credible. He's a creep and he hates women. You can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah, like I don't. What else do you need?
But literally, that's like what's been going on with Bachelor Nation, and it's juicy. And well, not really. I wouldn't even consider Bachelor Nation because he's kind of like outside of that now. But it just involves a lot of Bachelor Nation people. And then I was listening to this podcast where like the two of those Bachelor Nation girls came out and like we're talking about it, and he fucked up their lives at a point, bro. Like things got dark. Like
I don't think people realize like their platform and like the things they say about people can like ruin someone.
Like one of the one that posted for Playboy, she was like, I was like, what did I do to you? Like, why do you hate me? Like, why are you attacking me so much? Like every episode he was attacking her. Yeah, it was weird. Like,
yeah.
And then that goes back to like, kind of like. That kind of ties into all of this in a way because it's like that negative talk with that much power can really fuck people's lives up. It's crazy.
That part and the fact, and again ties back to gossiping because like I think now a lot because of just how digital everything is and how quick everything is. All of these like gossip outlets and these like news places are trying to like be the first ones to get out the gossip or get out the drama or the tea or whatever, and they don't realize that they don't fact check it anymore. They don't actually try to see if it's true. They just want to be the first ones to get it out so that they get the clicks, but then like it ruins someone's life.
It's fucked up. It's literally it's so fucked up and like literally that's why this goes back. You know what? And this is, you know, this is a side note to my whole life right now too, as what's been going on around me is, you know, you gotta be careful what kind of words you put out into this world sometimes. Like you do. Like, yeah, we're talking about shit talking's fun and all, but you really do gotta be careful about what kind of stuff you're putting out in the world and what kind of things you're saying to people. Yeah. Because you don't know. You really don't know what people are going through. You don't know how that affects them. And especially like reality, that man holds like power to influence a million of people's voices to attack somebody. But I'm just saying in general, like you as a person, like you need to be careful what you say to people because you don't, like, I just feel like you don't know what's happening in anybody's lives. And you gotta be careful because what you said could really be the tipping point. You don't know. And that's why you gotta be nice and say nice things to people and just be nice in this world.
Just be nice.
Just be nice. Love. Anyways, sorry. What's up with you? What's up with me? You got some?
Yeah. So So
Sorry.
that was kind of sad. Not sad, but that was fucking pissed me off. So let's talk about something fun. Let's talk about Drag Race.
Okay. I have a question, Gabby, because so guys, I didn't like get to watch it the whole season, but I watched the final performances and I watched the final lip sync, and it didn't tell me who won, but I only think there was one person that deserved to win from the videos I saw. But who won?
So let me give background. So
Who won?
For all of the dummies that don't watch Drag Race, so Drag Race is RuPaul's Drag Race. It is a TV show. Now they have like Drag Race UK, Canada, all this shit. But pretty much it is where a bunch of queens, as we call them, will come, and each week they do like different challenges, and they're drag queens. So you'll see them out of drag and you'll see them in drag. So you'll see them like just who they are, and then you can also see their personas, and usually like their stage names are different names. They do these challenges every week, and it's just so entertaining, and like you fall in love with so many of them, and there's also so much drama.
Yeah.
And so right now they just finished season 13. And so Melissa doesn't watch Drag Race, so I just sent her like a couple of the finale things. But before I tell you, who do you think?
Simone.
Simone,
Sorry.
yes,
That
ma'am.
was okay, first of all, when she came out like in like that final like the I don't know what it was called, the black and white, or when they were doing the black, they did like a Cruella de Vil
The
kind of
black
look,
and white?
and then they came out in like a couple looks, I don't know, like the final like strut I think, or the walk.
Yeah.
She looked the best.
Okay, when I tell you, so for her black and white look, she wore, dummies, I don't know if you watched it or not, she wore like these bandana, I guess, esque like type of material and like this huge gown. Like Simone is one of the queens. So Simone did win. Dummy,
Okay.
she won Drag Race.
It wasn't
13.
gonna be. I'm sorry. Like the other queen was cute, but Simone had it in the bag. Like
Candy. So I will get into that. So Simone is starting to become like the Naomi Campbell of drag. All of her looks are always extremely like culturally relevant. Like the bandana is insane. She wore like Timberlands on her body as like a dress, and like not a dress. It was like it was
like,
so cool.
she's iconic.
It's iconic. It's cultural. She wore like this hands up thing and all this. Like she is. It's always a movement. It's always a vibe. It's always like culturally relevant. And so it was pretty known that either her or I hope some of you dummies watch this. Her or the other queen named Got Mick. They were the top two that people thought were the ones that were gonna win. Got Mick was the one that has like the white face.
Oh,
and like
that
also the amazing.
She was so cool too. Like I when I first saw her, because she was the first person I saw, I said, "Okay, bitch, like you're cute."
Yeah.
But then Simone like took it from me, like my heart.
No, yeah, so that is literally like when you think of like the season, that is like the
vibe.
You see God Mick, and it's like, oh my god, holy shit! And then you see Simone, it's like, oh bitch, that's it.
It's almost like God Mick, like you're cute, sis. Like don't get me wrong.
God Mick, also, not the first, but like there hasn't been many. God Mick is also trans, and so having, and it's interesting because RuPaul like came out and said that like trans people shouldn't be on Drag Race. That was a whole thing, and then like Got Mick is like RuPaul's favorite person this season, so that was very interesting to watch.
Very performative.
That was recently that RuPaul said that.
Very
so that's
performative. It's really hard to not think that that's very performative. Like, oh,
it is.
So then the next, after you say some problematic ass, transphobic ass shit, now your favorite person who you now are open to.
Got Mick's ass.
Anyway.
It is. Yeah, and so, so RuPaul recently said, and Drag Race is also another show where, like, you don't, like, a lot of people don't like RuPaul. Like, you are solely watching it for the queen.
I was gonna say, like, isn't he, like, yeah, he's very disliked, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people don't like RuPaul, but the show is just so good. And so, Simone did win this season, and a lot of people because Got Mick, and all of the challenges, Got Mick did really well, and so did Simone, but Simone kind of fumbled a couple places, which is why I didn't know if she would win.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were some places where, like, she was in the bottom, but Candy Muse, So
where is she from? I saw it like at the end.
So Candy is from like either the Bronx or Brooklyn.
Oh, because she pulled up a flag. I was trying to see what flag it was.
Oh, like Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
I believe Candy's Puerto Rican. I could be absolutely wrong. But I believe it was Puerto Rico.
It was either Puerto Rico or Cuba, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I don't remember. But Candy is one of those. So in Drag Race Dummies, I know this is like a whole rundown. Everyone should watch it. It's so good. You learn so much. But in Drag Race, there are like different kinds of queens each season. You have the fashion queen, which is like what Gottmik kind of started out as, but then they became more well-rounded. You have the pageant queen, where they're very big on, they know how to walk, they know how to like poise, but they don't really know how to be funny or like have a personality.
They don't have the personality.
You have. Yeah, and then then there's other ones, but then you also have like a funny, loud queen, and that's Candy.
Okay.
And many people agree that is the main reason Candy got as far as she did.
With her personality.
Candy's personality the judges loved, but Candy's looks. Let me send you, Melissa, this look that Candy did. That I don't know why the fuck she was still in the show.
That night is what you're trying to say.
No, yeah, Candy Muse worst. No, literally, like she had to apologize for this.
Oh, she had to apologize.
Like people, it was so bad that she was like, that shouldn't have even been on the runway. Like it was, and I love how multiple outfits are popping up when you type in Candy Muse worst.
Why don't I?
Yeah, I'm sending it to you right now. But it was really bad. I can't remember what I think it was like pockets or zippers or something was the runway look for that episode, the category. But so Candy really made it solely from like personality.
Which also, that's kind of nice to know that you have that great of a personality that they said, fuck those. Oh my God.
Yes! Melissa, when I tell you, I was like, what?
This is a meme.
Everyone was like, what the fuck is that?
Dummies, I don't know. Can y'all see this?
We should like post it and be like, if you know, you know. Like, but then I will show you what Gottmik and Simone wore on that same week, just so that you know what the vibe was.
What is this? What is happening?
Drag Race season 13, Gottmik zippers. I think it was.
I'm just like a little confused. What's happening here? What did the judges say about this?
So they hated it. It was really bad. Like Candy knew it was bad, and like Candy couldn't even defend it. And she was like, she said it was like Japanese inspired, and it wasn't.
I would be offensive.
Okay,
Japanese, I'd be offensive.
I'm gonna go on her Instagram. But yeah, and so Candy, as you saw, and dummies, if you want me to post it, I will. The finale looks, hers just were never adding up. Like it was never on their same caliber.
Yeah.
And Candy is also, she's like a thick queen, and so when it comes, and when it comes to like thick queens or bigger queens, I always, before I say I don't like something, I will be like, if that was on a skinny person, would I like it? I always do that because I feel like sometimes it's not fair to them. And I was like, oh, it would have been awful.
This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm not.
I just sent you on Instagram Gottmik's outfit for that same week.
I'm not being dramatic.
It was pockets. And so.
Bitch, this is a look.
It was campy. It was like fun. It was different. Like she went with like watches and pockets, shit like that. And I will send you Simone's look from that same night.
She made this?
Yeah, I think so. So I believe this was the same night as well. I could be absolutely wrong, but it doesn't really matter because their looks were just better in general. That's a video. I'm sorry, but you'll see. She's gonna walk in like right when you'll see in a second.
Wow, we need to post these on like dumb shit and then have everybody vote because this is cute. I'm not gonna lie, got it.
Wait, I don't remember who won that week.
It needed to be Gottmik because that's a look.
Yeah, and then Simone's was like, and so Simone also comes from a drag house called Avalon, and that is one that is like super homegrown. Like all of her things were like made by her drag family or made by herself, and so like to have looks that are so creative and like other like known drag queens have like praised that house because they're just very creative. They will make whatever they can out of what they have.
I love that.
And so yes, so Simone won.
I'm not going through their Instagrams. Gottmik,
they're fucking
shit.
Gottmik is really cool, and and all of like the cool people really loved Gottmik, and I also, if Gottmik would have won, I also would have been happy.
Got me gotta follow because their page is cool. I like them.
Yeah, super cool.
I like them. But
Yeah, Gottmik is super cool.
I think Simone had it though.
Simone had it, and Gottmik is one of those queens where like, even if Gottmik doesn't win, Gottmik will be fine. Like
both of them. I think that right there set a career forever because it's like they killed that. They killed both
once
of them.
you're Drag Race, even if you go home the first week, I will say, and I don't know if dummies, you know this too, like. This is like the platform and the fan base and how big it is. Like you're okay.
Can you get them to listen to this podcast because I want them to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, not Candy. But
Candy knows. Candy knows. But like it was just it all. Even the finale looks. It was just the fact that the material was not up to par. Got Meg.
I'm confused. Do they all have the same options to the same kind of material?
For the finale, that one is, all of them, it's pieces that you bring, and then there is, like, at least one or two challenges,
like the review stuff?
Each season, where you have to, like, make your own,
mm-hmm.
But most of the time, you're bringing pieces. But with COVID, it was also very hard for, like, and also drag queens are not rich, and so it's very hard for them to, like, get really good pieces.
But I assume, like, I just assume that RuPaul would, like, offer them, like, options to make, like, give them stuff, but I guess it's all based on their own creativity.
It's all based and like their budget and stuff like that, and then there is like maybe one or two challenges each season that every queen knows about, where like it's usually a challenge where you make your own,
mm-hmm.
like with whatever they give you. And so, but with Candy's finale looks, by that time, she had pretty much had a pretty big fan base. Like, the show was already airing, I believe, when they filmed that. Usually the finales are live, but COVID. And so when they filmed that...
I feel like, that energy is probably so good in a live audience.
I think that's why the finale lip syncs are not that good, because they were in a theater, but there was no... Usually
it was just RuPaul, like...
Yeah, usually it is, like... the past judges, celebrities, past queens from like all the seasons. There's a red carpet.
Yeah.
It's like so big, but they couldn't do that, and so
I feel like it took away so much. Like
it did.
The fire that they, because when an audience is boosting you, you probably you feel that energy. So it's like that. Yeah, like they have no energy.
If you watch past finales, a lot of their performances or lip syncs, their final lip syncs, they pan back to like the other drag queens and their reactions.
Yeah.
And so it's a big thing. And so not having that, I think, really fucked with the energy of the lip syncs for sure. Yeah.
Sorry.
But anyway, Drag Race.
Oh, nothing. Forget it.
Oh, but anyway, Drag Race is really good. Dummies, you should watch it. I just wanted to mention it because the finale was like huge, and it was all over my timeline for days afterwards. And like for the dummies that do watch Drag Race, let me know because we can talk.
Yeah, we can talk.
Because it is so amazing.
Yeah.
More gossip, but it was fun.
More gossip.
So a next topic, disgusting topic that was popped up this week was Mr. Justin Bieber. What did he do, you ask? He got dreadlocks. If you've ever seen Justin Bieber in your life, you would know that he is a white man. And he got really disgusting dreadlocks. Please look it up.
These are my thoughts. The cultural appropriation aside, because,
Yeah.
Like, at this point, these people should know better. At this point, it's like, really? Anyways. That didn't even look good. That shit looks this bad. It looks so bad, Gabby. It looks
so bad.
Like, okay, like, when Justin Bieber was being nigga beebs, like, when he was, he was looking cute in that little era of his.
He was so good.
And he was looking good in that little pop star music video. Like, that video made me want to, do a couple things for Justin Bieber.
No, yeah.
But those dreadlocks are so ugly.
And all white. I've never seen dreads on white people that are... No, yeah, dreads on white people always look just like that. Like, but it's not for you. They never look good.
They look bad.
It's not for you.
They always look bad.
And he put that little MLK interlude on his album, and he thought that it was okay to get some dreads.
Why people that get dreads, they be doing nasty stuff to get there.
I'm like, no one's around you. telling you, like, maybe this isn't a good idea. I mean, no one told him that putting an MLK interlude on an album about his white wife wasn't a good idea.
I didn't even listen to the album. He put an MLK interlude.
I didn't listen to it. I didn't listen to it either. I just heard about that. Yeah, he put...
And then he got dreads?
It's called Justice, the album. And then there's, like... I think it opens with MLK and there's an interlude. But the entire album, apparently, I haven't listened to it, is about his white wife and how much he loves her. The interlude had nothing to do with the album. There's nothing about any kind of social justice. It's called Justice, but nothing of the sort.
Why would he name a whole album Justice? Just to, like, baby, if it was a love album, just say that.
Call it love.
Like, call it love.
Everybody say love.
Or call it Haley.
Yeah, call it Haley, call it love, call it bae, call it sexy, but justice.
Justin Bieber, Justice.
Yeah. We don't really have to talk much about that one, but just know you're wrong for that, you know you're wrong for that, and you need help.
Like, at this point, like, people have been coming at you for cultural appropriating. I think he just wanted to take it further, right? Like, I think...
Yeah.
Because he do be, like, you know, he problematic. And then it only... Anyways, one less
just
lonely...
be a little off.
I ain't gonna say it on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
But one less lonely... Remember that remix? Anyways, let's continue.
That was bad.
What's... You know what? I feel like... This is the last topic we should talk about. We should close it on this. But Gabby, go ahead. Because this right here is... Go ahead, Gabby.
No, you go. Because you're ready.
I'm like... Jesus
no, okay, I'll open it up for you, babe. So, y'all, I don't know if you know Caitlyn Jenner. She, you know, the raging Republican trans woman, is running for governor of California. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode.
Okay. Gabby, no, I want you to go first.
Like, what the fuck? Oh, there's just so many contradictions in Caitlyn Jenner as a person.
I hate Caitlyn Jenner, y'all.
Are
like,
literally
I
Caitlyn
hate
Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner. I don't hate anybody, but I really don't like her, like, at all.
She's the absolute definition, I just thought about this, of the fact that it is whiteness over everything.
No. Oh my god. Yes.
Everything.
Whiteness over everything, for real. Like, that's how these people
Whiteness,
are.
class over everything. Because there is no way that you are a trans woman. I know you're rich and you're white, but you really think but just even like Caitlyn Jenner as a person, so many like weird scandals, so many like apparent lies about shit. Like, you think you're about to be who California elects as
California, governor? Like they're for super Democrats. Why would they ever?
Like, yeah, they're super progressive, but not for not for you're trans. Yeah,
they've never not been blue. You know what I'm saying? Why would they ever?
Like,
wait, she's running for the Republican side?
Yes, I can check, but I believe I'm 99% sure that she's running Republican. I assume,
but like literally the way I dislike Caitlyn Jenner, like I've always disliked Caitlyn Jenner from the beginning of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I've always hated her, like for real. Like I always hated her, always problematic. And it's just like, are you okay? Like, why? I just don't like. Where's the logic? Where's the logic to be a Republican? Because that's the thing. She's just racist. That's all I get from that. You hate everybody else so much.
Also, you're rich. That's the main. Caitlyn
let's go back there. Yeah,
Caitlyn has money. Caitlyn has always had money, and that is another thing. Is that Caitlyn has so much money that she can still be on the golf course with these other Republicans, even though she's a trans woman. They don't give a shit
because she has money.
Yeah, because she has money, because she's still white, and because she probably tries to separate herself from her trans identity around these people. And
I'm like, almost like that's sick because it's like, and also it's like, okay, like Caitlyn Jenner at a point was like a figure for like trans people and like was making it like a conversation, you know. Yet you're on the side that is actively trying to take away trans rights. Like, that's crazy.
And that's the reason why she will not win, is because all you have to do is bring that up. And that's, like, that is, if you bring that up, then that's it.
You know why she doesn't care? You know why she doesn't care? Because it doesn't affect her if they take away trans people.
It doesn't affect her.
It doesn't affect her.
Because regardless, Caitlyn can do whatever she needs to do. She can get any kind of whatever she needs to get. Like, she has money, and so whatever they take away from poor trans kids, middle class trans kids, whoever, it doesn't matter to her. She's like, well, I have money, and I was able to, you know, I fully transit or whatever you have to do, and you know, but like, it's just such a bad representation. It's
Literally,
so bad.
I just feel like that's a joke. That's even a joke to
has to
even
be.
run for what governor he said. That's a joke.
Governor.
And Caitlyn Jenner,
She has to have a show coming out or something. It has to be something else.
right? Like something's happening because that can't be real because why would anyone want you to be? First of all, you think Republicans, the people that you ride for, aren't even gonna vote for you?
No, or it'll turn into a thing where like we're like getting more progressive. We're better. I'm voting for a trans Republican.
I'll never see a Republican ever admit that. You know they not like
no. Oh, no, absolutely. I've seen there are so many like
they will die.
I mean, there's also so many spectrum. I think everything's super polarized. There's like super spectrums of like each side, and I think there are definitely gonna be Republicans who are like, see, we're progressive, we're with Caitlyn Jenner, like we're not the evil whatever class, like we're with
like,
it,
y'all
like,
are trying to make us, they're gonna be like, we're not like that. I'm like, okay, you might not hate trans people and believe they deserve rights, but the whole party you stand on doesn't.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's stupid. Oh my god, it's so dumb.
Literally, fuck Caitlyn Jenner, and I'll ride and die about that. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Caitlyn Jenner.
It's not as good when you don't have nails.
This isn't cute. Like, well, it's cute because my face next to it. Anyway, Anyways, I feel like we should just, we're gonna leave that at that. But let's get into what our dummies has sent over to us. About gossip, lopsips.
No, yeah.
Anyways, what do you got, Gabrielle? I lagged. I didn't do that on purpose. I literally just lagged. Anyways, go ahead.
Somebody said, if it's not going to pay my bills, then I don't care. Yeah.
I like that. Because it doesn't pay your bills. It doesn't.
Like, that phrase, it's like...
Mind the business that pays you? Oh.
Or it doesn't affect... Like, what someone else's opinion of you genuinely has, no effect on you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like, it doesn't matter to you.
It doesn't really matter. Mind the business that pays you. Anyways.
Yeah, that part.
Tea stains. Be careful where you spill it. That's an interesting quote.
Yeah, I've never heard that. But, I've
never heard that. That's kind of,
tea stains.
Be careful where you spill it. Be careful who you tell it to. Be careful.
Be careful who you tell it to. Be careful. Oh, no, but like you said earlier, be careful what you say. Because
this person put up part 2. They said, I learned recently that not everyone is your friend. Be careful who you tell things to.
Damn.
That's
yeah.
That's true. Okay, not everybody is your friend. All right.
That's very true. Also, make sure that whatever, if you have someone that you feel like you can't trust, whatever you said behind someone's back, that you're able to say it to their face too.
Yeah, but I think that's all we got, right?
There's one more real quick.
Oh, you have another one? Oh.
Yeah. Someone said, I saw a post that was like, if you see a couple post their 1 year, all of a sudden, just leave it alone. My nosy ass is going to the page and scrolling on a little adventure, trying to configure a timeline for them because it's fun.
I do that all the time. Or I'm like, tell me why, side note, this, guy, that one's, well, I'm not gonna give too many details, but he's had, a baby mama, he's had a kid that, for a while, but he, the baby mama's, I remember, her page, she would always be posting him, but him, nothing, whatever, mm-hmm. And, he would constantly be cheating on her, seeing it all the time, I'd walk on campus, there he is with a different bitch, this man was a whore, okay?
Yeah.
They got married randomly. I'm like, where did this happen?
It's okay.
But you know what? None of my business. It's none of my business. I just hope that my good sis is doing okay.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Anyways, guys. This was an interesting episode. It was enjoyable.
It was gossip, I hope that you liked the episode. Make sure that you give us a nice follow and turn on our post notifications on all of our social media. We got YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everything else. And Melissa, we are at Dumb Shit Pod. Do you want to spell it?
DUMB SHIT
Make sure that you share with...
You gotta subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe. Make sure that you share with at least 3 friends.
At least. Honestly, I'm gonna say 5 friends.
Why not? At least 5.
At least 5. And your mom.
Yeah.
Well, just kidding. Maybe not.
And your mother.
If your mom's cool, like, send it to your mom.
Yeah. If your mom's cool, send it to your mom. If not, but I mean, like, if she presses play, then, you know, that's great.
That's great.
Yeah.
Just
make sure that you catch up on all our episodes, that you know what the hell we're talking about. Make sure you send us what you want to hear us talk about, because we are down for whatever.
Yes.
Make sure you're staying safe, you're staying sane, you're being kind to yourself, taking care of yourself in whatever way you need to.
And remember, be careful what we put out in this world, because you can never take it back.
Yes.
Anyways, guys, have a great rest of your week.
Yes.
Bye.